We can talk about the game, but we can keep it like a minute.
Okay,
right.
give your thoughts, JP, on why the Warriors are down 2-1 in this series.
Ah!
Aside
There's
from
no
no
way.
Steph Curry.
I'm gonna
Aside from
start
no
a
Steph Curry.
stopwatch. Hold on, don't start yet. There's
I've
no.
got 1 minute.
Also, I don't know, guys. I saw a stat. Curry has 0 fourth quarter points in the series. That doesn't bode well for his legacy.
Yeah.
How
0
quick
fourth
do
quarter
you
minutes.
think you can get through it? You don't have to do a minute. I'm curious.
Give me a minute. Let's see if I can.
All
do
right,
it in a minute.
I'm gonna.
Tell me
It's
when
a
you're gonna start.
stopwatch. We're just seeing how long it goes.
Okay.
Go.
All right. Well, the Timberwolves won this game thanks to Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. They both played tremendous. Randle was terrific from a playmaking perspective. 12 assists to go along with 24 points and 10 rebounds. It's crazy to see Julius Randle perform well in the playoffs because
It's a miracle.
it's
a bloody
historically
miracle.
he's just
Yeah.
not good. But I think it's just an indictment on the Warriors and their lack of size and their lack of matchup for Julius Randle. Ant was terrific, especially in the second half. He really kind of closed out this game. With the Warriors go 6 for 10 from 3 in the third quarter. It feels like they're going to get control. Kuminga's playing well. He ends up scoring 30 points. But Ant was just terrific down the stretch along with Julius Randle. It felt like the last gasp from the Warriors. It felt like this was the game they were going to go for. And then we can rest until Game 6. So we'll see how they play in Game 4. I just don't expect them to win Game 4 with how much energy it felt like they exerted in Game 3. So shout out to Ant. Julius Randle. That's impressive the way he played in that game. But yeah, the Timberwolves take Game 3 in a game where they played terrible, and now they're in control of this series.
There you
Yeah.
go. Minute and 5 seconds. That was
I'll take
impressive.
it.
Yeah, the T-Wolves didn't play well. They honestly hasn't feel like they played great in the series overall. But it's nice to have a couple stars that can make up for the team not playing well as a whole. It is not only is it crazy to see Julius Randle play well in the postseason, but to see him make in the postseason, it's just kind of out of nowhere. And it is, I think, largely a matchup thing. This one really hurts for the Warriors because you get a 30-piece from Kuminga, who had been largely out of the rotation. They plug him in. I don't know if the Timberwolves probably weren't exactly ready for it. I think they can adjust to him in later games in the series a little bit. So you probably get your best Kuminga game. He gives you 30, and you can't come away with the win. I agree. It felt like one the Warriors really needed to get to have a chance because Curry's not coming back till Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that stings.
Yeah, it feels like
You got a
they're
good Jimmy Butler game as well.
Yeah.
You know, he gives you 33, so playoff Jimmy. Him and Kuminga combined for 66. But they just don't have enough around to make it happen. Draymond Green, I know he's not an offensive player. I know that's not what makes him great, but you really would love for him to have more than 2 points in this game just because someone has to step up. B-Pods has been disappointing as a whole this postseason.
He's had one good game.
But I remember him having the one good game because we were all very surprised.
Shot 1 of 10 from the field in this game. You had to play Kevon Looney 18 minutes. You're not really going to get much offense when you're having to play Kevon Looney 18 minutes, but they don't really have a choice because of the size of the Timberwolves. It's just tough scenes all around for this Warriors team. The Curry, that's just a brutal, brutal loss in Game 1. It is really sad that that's how this series probably plays out, and it's just everyone's going to look back and be like, what happens if Curry doesn't get hurt?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready to pick Game 4, to be honest. Unless
Yeah,
you
I just want to
add
say
anything else in there.
Julius Randle.
Whoa, this goes over your minute. No, I'm kidding. You got it.
Yeah, Julius Randle in his previous 2 postseasons with the Knicks. In his first one, he averaged 18, 11, and 4. In his second one, he averaged 16, 8, and 3. And in the postseason so far, through 8 games, he's averaging 22, 6, and 6 for the Timberwolves. So he has just raised his play, it's just tremendous. I also want to say, in those 2 postseasons with the Knicks, he averaged 5 turnovers a game and 4 turnovers a game. He's only averaging 3 turnovers a game. So just what a resurgence. For the Timberwolves, when you saw this trade preseason, they trade away Karl-Anthony Towns after Cat plays, in my opinion, tremendously, especially against the Nuggets, to help them win that series. And you bring in Julius Randle and you bring in Dante DiVincenzo. It was for me, it was like, oh, the Knicks won this trade 100%. Like, Cat just played tremendous in the postseason. Julius Randle is historically a bad postseason performer. And for me, it felt like Dante DiVincenzo was the great piece of this trade, but you're giving up Cat. And now it's weird because it's flipped, and Dante DiVincenzo has been really bad shooting-wise in the postseason. And Randle has just been tremendous. And on the other side, the Cat has not been as great as he was last year's postseason. So it's a again, just another great move by the Timberwolves GM. I can't recall his name, but now they're going to be in a spot where they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals, unless a miracle happens for Golden State, and they're more than likely going to face a Thunder or Nuggets team who they beat last year, and a Thunder team who is young and unexperienced and unclutch, as some would say. I don't know who those people are, but yeah, just another impressive move because they were in a spot where you made the Western Conference Finals last season, and you think, okay, we're making our steps in the right direction. Let's make one or two moves. They have a good draft. They get Rob Dillingham and Terrence Shannon. Okay, those feel like pieces that can help us. Mike Conley plays another season and stays healthy, and they make this what feels like a bonehead trade, trading away Karl Anthony Towns.
It felt like a money-oriented trade more so than a winning-oriented trade.
Yeah, and now they're in a spot where they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals again. So just shout out to the Timberwolves GM. This is after building a team to beat the Nuggets and successfully doing that in 7 last year. Now they've built another team, and they've knocked off Luka and LeBron. They're going to knock off a Curry-less Warriors, but they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals again. And I don't want to. What I'm doing here is I'm making sure to give my flowers to the Timberwolves because a lot of people might say, "Oh, well, you beat a Curry-less Warriors." Well, yeah, sometimes that happens in the postseason.
You just got to take advantage of what's in front of you.
Giannis has not played in multiple postseasons for multiple years. We don't hold that against those kinds of teams. So that's something that's going to happen in the postseason when you play 82 games. And that was a spider that just ran across the desk. That was
good kill.
And so that's something. Don't take that away from the Timberwolves. They are playing really, really well. And it's crazy I even say that because it doesn't necessarily feel like they've played great yet.
Sure.
They haven't shot the ball great yet. They haven't really produced defensively great yet. So it feels like they're not even playing their best, and they're going to cruise into the Western Conference Finals here.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I looked at some of the stat lines, which I know eye test does matter, but the role players around Randall and Ant actually shot fairly well and pretty efficiently in Game 3, so I don't want to dog on them too much. Now, Nickeil Alexander-Walker did have 0 points again. He's not been great offensively at all this postseason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it does. I mean, Curry going out stinks, but that's not the Timberwolves' fault. And we've seen, teams lose star players before and still win series. So you just got to go win and take, what's in front of you.
Gotta win.
We can predict the next game in the series. I have Minnesota winning Game 4 and going up 3-1.
I would also have Minnesota.
I as well. It felt like I said, the Warriors, it felt like that was their gasp at trying to steal a game and give them a chance for when Curry returns, and they failed to get it done. So I don't. They're going to try in Game 4, but I just don't expect the T-Wolves to give it to them. It felt like Ant, especially in that second half, was just not going to let the Warriors steal one for free.
For sure.
So yeah, give me the Timberwolves again, and be en route to winning the series in 5, like I predicted. Even though Curry was going to be in that series.